It's me, AvronPlays, and I'm here with Kodiakbricks.
Howdy, howdy, and possibly even an extra howdy on top of that.
We're gonna play Call of Cthulhu. We just finished Resident Evil, the remake of Resident Evil 1, so we're doing a bit of a break from Resident Evil to play this one for a minute.
So, so it goes. But yeah, I'm excited. I know very little about this game.
Mm-hmm. I have played this game before. I've completed it before.
Sure.
But I don't have like super complete memory of it. I played it like when it came out.
Gotcha.
So it's been like a couple years now, I think.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
So yeah, it should be. I've only played it once, and there are like multiple pathways.
Ah.
I don't know how extensive they are, but
Sure.
we could go an entirely different route that I never got to see before. So
Perhaps. Could be exciting, could be intriguing. Also, I guess as a more formal introduction, howdy y'all, I'm Kodiakbricks, and I make stuff. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm probably the bear you've seen screaming in all of AvronPlays shorts over on YouTube.
Did I not play it myself? I could have swore that I had.
The world may never know. Do you want me to kill Let's?
But regardless, I have seen the game all the way through,
Sure.
which is kind of like playing it.
That was a bit of a funny anecdote, similar to my experience with Undertale, but in reverse. My partner at the time, she had played all of it, and wanted me to like finish it out. And like, I did, or we did the work to go through and do the quote unquote pacifist, followed by going through and doing the genocide run. It wasn't until I was later watching when they did it on Steam Train that I found out what the like neutral run entails.
Uh-huh.
It was just like, what in the fuck? I think if you jiggle it a magic third time, it will come loose.
But yeah, I think the purpose of the neutral run is you're supposed to do that one first by accident.
Right. Well, that's kind of the thing is she had done that run, and had heard about the genocide and etc. playthroughs, but wanted me to experience the game. At least I think. I could be wrong. Ooh, is this one of those, like, Amnesia-style Hold the Lantern games?
It has a bit of that
Hey.
DNA.
Gotcha. When did this come out? It doesn't look too bad.
I think it's from like 2016.
Okay.
Here, let me look at the thing.
Looking at the thing, doing research live on air.
2018.
Gotcha.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very conducive to my investigation.
Fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm still very
Alrighty.
sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet.
I love that you can get drunk, like it's totally optional.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that not real life?
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm.
Character points.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
Never.
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, do you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me.
Your
They
turn.
take me for an old fool.
Desperate.
Sarah,
Desperate.
my little girl.
Your turn.
Desperate.
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 Desperate. Let's
She was
Your turn.
Sarah,
Desperate.
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 Desperate. Let's
Yes.
Your turn.
desperate.
God damn.
of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and
How
Simon.
many times did you say the D word?
Anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
My first assumption is that she's crazy as fuck.
what am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Do you want me to look at the painting or not?
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it. A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
I'm caught in that wonderful space between wanting to know how this goes and making insanely macabre jokes.
Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down.
Anything?
I'm on your side. Let's something go. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer, but it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
The learning of medicine.
Can you believe to learn?
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Methinks they found more than whales.
There be more than whales in them depths.
I love the achievement there implying that you can deny the Sarah Hawkins case and just the rest of the game doesn't play out.
Well, I mean, plenty of games have achievements that are just like, do the story.
Yeah.
It would be pretty funny if you could somehow avoid getting it.
Especially like right after the call that's just like, take more cases or we'll fire you.
I don't see anything unusual with this painting. Get out of my office.
Get out of my office. Like, tell me if you notice anything strange. Yeah, I noticed that it's a painting from a madwoman. And if you turn your eyes over there, you'll notice the door. You should use it.
Ooh. Takes a bit to load.
Loading. Unadulterated loading.
We're almost there.
Where in the world is Call of Cthulhu?
What a lovely island. I bet nothing bad is going on here.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman. And a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
Can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
I do love that fishermen have like 80,000 portents for omens, and they're all right.
They can't understand.
Like every last fucking one of them.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah?
No, Orca washed up on shore. I'm sure that's normal.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Oh.
Damn.
The same goes for you.
That's cold.
Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now,
Can't or won't.
allow me to do my job.
You can't.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision, was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams.
Nothing suspicious about that.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Damn.
That'll be all for now.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Okay.
I get the distinct impression that the folks here just aren't a fan.
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
If I had the wing of a girly boy, I would let the man fly home.
Well, this guy looks normal.
Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Well, you know.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said
Hmm. All right, let's go get us some files.
Woo!
The most exciting part of the game.
Woo!
Files.
Fuck yeah.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Oh. They put in a toilet.
How about that?
That's attention to detail. A learning of medicine.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Ah. Interesting. I'm sure that...
Macabre souvenir.
Is it? Oh, it's the wooden leg.
You know, the leg of the wooden variety.
Yeah. One that he isn't using.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Hmm. I wonder if that's the fancy lady we ran into at the bar.
This place seems half abandoned.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
I find this very funny after all the Sons of the Forest we've played.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors return to Darkwater.
Fully thought he was about to say it was an episode from a local television.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
No, we saw it.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins.
I love
precisely
looking out at completely unmarked, nearly
I think that
unidentifiable.
somebody here wanted me to search this
fucking
warehouse.
wharfs. It's like, yeah, thanks, guys.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me.
I like how apparently it's super easy to find, but that cop wouldn't tell me where it is.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
I like how it's just like bleh.
Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
I'll give you
and
a
I are on the
Scooby
same
snack.
side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
We don't remember the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in Frisco's warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
Oh, it's dangerous.
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him.
Oh no, your boy
He can be
melted.
unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Melty
Is he a
boys.
danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Here's the cool thing about leaving well enough alone. I can't.
We're a video game protagonist. We don't stop when told to stop.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh? We saw what you did to St. Brendan. Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
What?
What? You guys
I've
good?
never heard of this saint.
Obviously
Is it a
not.
local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator. He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty. There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue. Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us. What brings you to dark water?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly? You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do. St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat. It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
We're going to abandon it for other.
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here. Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here. So we drink.
Hmm.
The two guys behind you. What What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
That'd be convenient.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on.
Whalers suck.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
You know what? I agree. Save the whales.
Yeah. Save the whales, eat a dolphin.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Thank God.
Just did that like in broad daylight and full view of everyone.
Yes.
Hello, old friend.
I'll just make off with a bottle of liquor. But I was very afraid that it was going to give me a lock-picking minigame.
Rather than just doing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what an interesting statue.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
German? Probably
no idea
German.
what it says.
Oh, I see. I see. I wonder how we were supposed to get our medicine high enough to investigate the killer whale.
I wonder if it's going to take them a bit to huck it back, so you may have quote-unquote time to go up your medicine.
Yeah. I guess, assuming it lets us recheck if our skill gets higher.
One can always wonder. Oh, I love when the program just completely freezes because I clicked the wrong button.
Drop it!
For reference, I can stop that at any time. So, if you need and/or want and/or desire, just let me know.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Something tells me, among other things,
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Why, we don't have a clear conscience.
the warehouse is being used to smuggle alcohol.
We saw you talking to the two soaps. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
Tony!
They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
What of in front of her back?
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
God, that feels like a line I would write. Just, no, it's very simple. Fuck off.
Do we try to lie to him? We haven't been so good at that so far. And it might have some consequences later.
Have you saved?
It's a checkpoint system.
Ah.
Ash wants us to lie really bad, apparently.
According to chat, you must do the funny.
Alright.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching
I'll be right
the
back.
stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
They didn't buy it.
You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
I return. How did the line go?
They didn't buy it.
You saw what happened
Can't-
to those sailors. Don't
Can't
hang
imagine
around
why.
here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
They're a load of cowards.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Oh. They're just not guarding this way?
Well then. You just lean through the wood paneling like, you guys just not guarding this way? Ah!
The newspaper clipping in the bar is true.
How'd you get back there? Well, you guys weren't guarding this way, so I just wanted to make sure that that was on purpose.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
What a great grate.
It's great. Spectacular, even.
My great-great-grandfather had a grate that was greater than this.
Wow. Sounds pretty great. This has been comedy with Kodiakbricks and AvronPlays. Thanks for tuning in.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Yeah, do it.
You could, but I don't want.
I think it's missing a handle.
Mm.
Death? Why death? Oh.
Dismemberment. I imagine for our what I loosely referred to as a comedy. Ooh.
Ah.
It's a device.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
For what? I couldn't tell you.
It's a mystery.
Good start, I guess. Just what I need. Clink. Well, I'm out of ideas.
I've tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas.
Hey, you too. I'm trying to get around you. Any ideas? Cut to just people kicking the shit out of you.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Guys, look at this handle I found for the winch.
Oh. I guess I'm still missing something.
Something to attach the winch to the ratchet device.
Yeah. A gear or something.
Like a metal gear.
Metal gear.
Metal gear.
Weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Aha.
Aha.
It should be possible
Good
to
call.
mount this cogwheel on the winch.
It should be possible. Guys, I'm all out of ideas over here. Do you think it's possible to mount this to the fucking thing?
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
Do it then, bitch.
Damn, I broke it.
Damn it. Shit.
Well, shit. Thug even. Like,
I'm like failing all of the skill checks. I guess I'll go talk.
Well, a little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
What should we do?
Well, we could play stupid, we could play confident, or we could play the strong silent type, which I've found is usually a pretty good way for getting my teeth kicked in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why not the strong silent type?
Okay.
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Dang.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Maybe not. Oh! Oh, oh my nuts.
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
You just walk into the bar. Hey, so about earlier. Also, that was the most unrealistic cutscene because the last time someone
look who's back.
kicked me that hard in the nuts, I couldn't see color.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Oh, well.
That's all I've got.
Hey.
You're a good guy, you.
I'm really not.
Follow me.
I love they don't even take the drink, they just fucking leave it there.
I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going?
Say that again. I hope for your sake that I didn't hear.
Wow, they do not fucking care, huh?
Good luck, you guys.
Anyway, have fun. Now to find the unmarked fucking warehouse.
Let's see.
See, but we're real good at picking locks, so this has to work.
Perfect. Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
We've entered detective mode.
Yes, actually.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Hmm.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Some bones.
I could use them for my stew.
Stew.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers but stays in a place like this? What happened here? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. It smells as bad as it looks.
Fish guts. I feel like we didn't really find anything.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You sure did.
Let's team up.
What should we do?
I mean, I'm personally a fan of the let's team up. It's the funniest possible dialogue option in this scenario.
Sure.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce.
Kick his nuts in.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews.
Wow, I guess that actually kind of worked. Good call, Dave.
Damn.
God damn it. Her again.
There she is.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Yeah, what a great place to build a mansion.
We got some driving to do.
Nothing bad would ever happen if you built your mansion in a place like that.
Definitely, definitely not.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Winchester.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to say?
Such face.
Or do you want to go up there?
What does that mean?
I mean, this guy has a face.
Most people have a face.
Most.
I see
Some of the folk we've encountered in
They're pretty
Daughters of the Bayou
ain't you?
definitely don't.
The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I have questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
Wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go, right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Should we bring him along?
Sure.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined. But the architecture...
1693. That is very old.
So what happened in 1693 of note?
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
See, the Mount Etna volcano erupts in Italy, causing a devastating earthquake that kills 60,000 people in Sicily and Malta.
What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary?
1693.
And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. Poor kid.
$1913, 1924.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Ooh, a small wooden wing.
A little whale. Oh, wouldn't this be a nice spot if this island weren't the dreariest fucking place in existence?
Listen, I've never been to Boston, Massachusetts. Correction, I've never been to Massachusetts as a whole.
Someone is
I
using
have been to
the
Rhode
place.
Island, which was delightful.
Where old Winchester lives.
What was that?
I have been to Rhode Island, but
Oh.
yeah, did not visit Massachusetts in my time. In fact, I walked most of Rhode Island. That's a hell of a story.
Yes, I have had that experience of just littles jumping on me.
Fair enough.
But it sounded like there was a butt coming in that story.
I mean, do you want the short version or the long version?
I mean, whatever you would like.
Fair enough. So my mother married this guy, we'll say, and we have reached the end of my good things to say about him.
Okay.
I'll have to find another.
His family was delightful, though, and he grew up in Rhode Island. His family still lived in Rhode Island. So one, February, near my birthday, we went to go visit them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a delightful time, you know. Thing is, I grew up, here in the West, and it's sort of my understanding that, oh, you know, if you're, hungry at 2 a.m, you could just, go to a gas station.
Whoa! You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Where's our cop?
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can get from this mansion.
What now?
Hey, dude.
Pierce.
Where were you?
Now that you finish your fun and games of
Just
silence,
watching from a distance like a
Inspect
fucking
them.
house cat. Just
You're right. Let's go. Do you have a moment?
What now?
Nothing. Sorry.
Stop wasting my time.
is he still brandishing the axe? Anyway, where I grew up, if you're hungry at like 2 in the morning, there are just 24-hour convenience stores just kind of all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, during
This gate is locked.
during that time where I like went to Rhode Island, I was sort of in between relationships. And like, okay, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Who I can very charitably call my stepdad, his parents set me up in like one of their guest rooms, and it was actually this like gorgeous big windowed room that had a view of the bay. And that's part of what made me think about that when you said like, oh, this would be a beautiful outlook if it wasn't so fucking dreary. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember looking out into the bay because it's fucking February and everything's just cold and gray and suckish.
Empty, of course.
Of course.
Anyways.
Anyway. So. Well, that's fun. You just look in now. That's all that was for.
Yeah.
So they set me up in a room, and they warned me expressly. They were like, hey, this door, like the one out to the balcony, locks automatically. So, just so you're aware. I was like, cool, thanks. I got a call from a girl whom I fancied, and elected to step outside so that I could, take the call in private. Well, shock and awe, the door locked behind me. And it wasn't like I didn't realize until after the door was already shut. And so I remember thinking to myself, like, yeah, you know what? I can just go, like, get myself a treat, something to snack on, because, like, dinner was good, but it's almost 10 o'clock at night. That it's, like, 8 o'clock for the person whom I fancied and who I was chatting with. And thought, like, yeah, I got plenty of time to just kind of kill.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I roughly remember where like stuff in town like was in the direction of. So I start walking and chatting on the phone. And here's the thing I learned about Rhode Island the hard way. 24-hour convenience stores do not fucking exist. I couldn't tell you what city we were in, but I walked a fair majority of it pretty much until my phone died. Since I was chatting with this lovely individual. And yeah, more or less managed to find my way home by like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I remember like it was kind of like a 2-story deal, and the front door was locked, so I walked around the side of this house, and my stepdad and my mom were, chilling in their bedroom, sort of getting up and getting ready. And I knocked on the window, and I just remember the confused expression from my mom, just like, "What are you doing outside this early?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Your son thought he would go get a snack, but your son is also a fucking idiot.
Appetizing.
What does this tell me?
Roast beast.
No, I would not like to try the green eggs and ham.
What kind of meat is this?
It has eyes.
See, this is the kind of mystery meat I'm a fan of. Because so often it's like, well, it's human flesh, it's tamales.
This place is for
I'm
the
like,
head
yeah,
of the
that's
family.
dull. That's Hawkins. But like, I like this mystery meat because what the fuck is it? Is that a mirror in the fire?
No.
No, not that. Like in the fireplace. Like,
yeah. I think that's just part of the stonework.
Yeah, I think so. At a glance, it looked like a mirror, and I'm like, why?
So you can watch the flames while you watch the flames.
From the backside?
Yeah.
Up until it singes the glass, and then you're just fucked.
What does it want? Is that it? It had me enter detective mode just for that?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, I guess not, because
You can't leave.
I can't leave. There must be something I'm missing. A painting, but not one of her paintings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
Because this
Something
meat looks fucking gross.
An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Also, don't wave that fucking lighter around. You goddamn mainlander.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Frozone vision activate.
It's the 1920s.
Prohibition is
The
in full
child's
swing.
corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Did someone escape the fire?
What's wrong with their hand?
They had a fight. Why?
An oil lamp. A shoe.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Oh, fireplace? Yeah.
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
See, what time is that? 10?
10 p.m., yeah. Looks like it. Late night. Oh, yeah, what's that?
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Ah.
Yes. I will feed them one day. Oh, I see.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
Just, you fucking suck.
Yeah, so it turns out you guys suck. But you already knew.
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Dr. Fuller?
A brilliant surgeon and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. So, excuse me if I value his opinion over yours.
So be it. Let's move on. I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
You just lock him out from behind. I hate him. Yeah, you. Hi. What do you got?
This door is locked.
Yeah. You starving. Is that the problem?
Meow.
Yeah. Have you literally never been fed? Not at once?
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Okay, I followed the logic up until that. come on, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't see how you would know that, but I think it's a good guess that someone who needs the bandages would still have bandages.
Sure.
The lyrics of the Drunken Sailor, a sea shanty.
Oh, what would we do with a drunken sailor?
The drunken sailor, what would we do with the drunken sailor? What would we do with the drunken sailor? Lie in the moan.
This door is blocked from the outside. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Wow.
I love the oil lamp precariously balanced on a book.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Why did their house burn down?
It's a mystery. Hey, another one. Yeah, you. Hi. I know. You gonna tell him?
Moby Dick, Melville's classic.
Moby what?
The epic battle between man and whale.
Yeah.
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Hi. Every astronaut must read Andy Weir's The Martian. It's the rules. It's the law. It's the law.
I am the law.
Yeah, every cop must read Judge Dredd.
That would actually explain a lot.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Right?
This place was falling apart long before the fire. A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Yeah, no shit. It's when most of the quote-unquote settlers got here.
The human body, a contemplative analysis.
A comparative analysis.
Oh, you're right. Ooh, I'm so
Yeah.
close.
Ooh. Hi, dude. Hi. Yeah. Should I feed you? Okay. I will do that.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
That is not a translation I'm familiar with.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
I wonder what whale tastes like.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Ooh, crowbar.
The crowbar could prove useful. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Wow. Just declare my need of chunk. How many books do these guys have? Wow. Wow. Is that the case? No. No. That's my microphone, Tiners.
Locked. The boys' room.
The boy.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Spooky pictures.
What will her room reveal about her? This padlock is too complicated for me.
Really?
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
It's one of my best skills, though.
This door is locked.
No, that's my mic.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Hello! Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
I went on a marzipan hunt that was unsuccessful.
Oh, what?
A marzipan hunt? I purchased marzipan earlier.
An
and
original
like
edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Left it at the store.
Dated 1818.
I thought you were making some kind of expression I didn't understand.
No, not quite.
This door is locked.
Why didn't Goobus here think to bring a lantern?
The world may never
This
know.
door is blocked from the outside.
Didn't you have one earlier?
The lyrics of the drunken sailor.
No.
Sea shanty.
I mean, I feel like you had one when I was commenting that it was giving amnesia vibes.
Oh, yes. At the very beginning, I did have one. But that was a dream.
Gotcha. I guess dream lanterns don't apply.
You can't carry a dream lantern.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. Locked. Locked.
Locked, locked, locked.
This door is locked.
I feel like there has to be something here that I've missed. Oh, it's dark.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Interesting.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller. That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent? It's no use. The padlock won't give.
I must be missing something. But what? No.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Yeah. It doesn't open
It's no
that,
use.
though.
The padlock won't give.
Oh boy.
Is it this one?
This door is locked.
Is it this one?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Wow.
Damn.
Painting of blah blah blah.
Yeah, for 1910s money, that's not bad.
The Shambler for FS.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
You know, honey, when I walk in and you're in the office and you've carved occult symbols into the ground, you know, and your eyes have rolled up and you're chanting with the candles.
I expect you to know that that's the start of date night.
Yes.
The door is blocked on the other side.
But I do have to say that is exactly when I pull out my little sticky note thing and just write you a little reminder.
Not to kill you.
Something to that effect.
More or less.
From the hand signal, it looked like we're gonna let you smack the face.
What do you know about the fire? Smack.
Tell me.
Where are the other drugs going?
Where's Rachel? Oh my god. Ooh, that's a handsome fellow.
Bradley? Is that you?
Oh. Somebody open the door.
Yeah, that's nice.
Is anyone there?
1910 times were scary.
Scary. Wasn't that Bradley's lantern?
Could be.
Why are we just leaving these oil lanterns burning in this fucking tinderbox of a mansion?
What the fuck?
Huh. He looks nothing like me. Oh, bonk.
You! Stop!
Get his ass.
How do I go faster?
Just some Until Dawn ass
Did you
timing.
see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
I'll cover you.
They got a free lantern.
This door was closed earlier.
Crazy how that happens.
Not only closed, but locked.
Where did he go? It looks like an old seaway map.
Oh, look at that.
Neat.
This is surprisingly accurate.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
Runes.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. Seems like this came from a log.
Do you want to do a ye old document reading?
Monday, 24th, May 1847. 42 north, 70 west. Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday, 30th, May 1847. 47 north, 55 west. I preferred it when the whales disappeared without trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating all these huge beasts? I told Hamilton that it was bad omen. That it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. Tuesday, 1st June, 1847. 49 north, 61 west. We dropped anchor near village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with the blood of sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them I only feared God Almighty. But in the loneliness of the hold, I am scared. Friday, 4th June, 1847. 57 north, 51 west. We've sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. Wednesday, 23rd June, 1847. 33 north, 53 west. We've caught it? It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. It will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Tuesday, 29th, June 1847. Dark water. We have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. The Skrilla and Hamilton are only memories.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
A globe.
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Well, there were coordinates on the...
Yes, there were.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
I'm glad that you can decipher that.
I am glad too, because I'm looking at it like, yeah.
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Just force it. Or we could use the crowbar.
I'd be better off not touching them for the moment.
But let's try and figure it out.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins.
Might have been the doctor.
That would be my guess. Oil.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Hmm.
Doesn't work. I must
I
have missed
wonder
something.
if you go look back at the map.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Each path is charted differently. Because you've got the Scylla, the Pro something, the Orpheus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The Prodigal.
Prodigal. Gotcha. I wonder if you have to chart each of their paths from start to finish.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, is how to do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's...
As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
Because it wants to start at dark water. That isn't exactly on here.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
$42 north, 70 west. I mean,
Doesn't work.
that ought
I
to
must have
be
missed something.
damn close.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Hmm.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Don't
Which thing?
understand this machine.
I wonder if we have to trace their path as shown in the logbook.
Yes. But the numbers don't line up.
I must
They
have
don't
missed something.
work.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Like, how am I supposed to trace it when it's not accurate?
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Looks like it worked.
Oh, well. There you go.
I guess
Well done, Pierce.
it was good enough.
That's exciting.
The secret
cave. Under the mansion.
Secret cave.
Yeah, I wonder how much more difficult this section would be if you were up here alone and didn't have the officer with you.
I mean, I can't imagine it would change a whole lot considering he's done nothing.
Sure. He's given you info, if nothing else.
I think it's nothing else.
Fair enough.
Those are claws.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel. Look. Someone's been here recently.
3 seats.
What is that?
What are you? Alright then.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
It's on the wall.
What is this mask supposed to represent?
I do not know.
Did Charles Hawkins hide something in this chest?
Probably. He's a sneaky little guy.
He's a sneaky little guy.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
Please explain your logic, guy.
symbol. What does it mean?
Oh. Oh.
Oh?
It's a statue of someone with like a squid face holding a child.
Killer.
And nudge.
I've got the child.
I would like to see the child.
Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
This is gonna go so well, I can tell. What? Good job. What is that?
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
How do you know that? Oh. What an interesting sculpture.
I think it's a Banksy.
Oh my god.
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
It must be. Definitely isn't something that would gnaw on the roots of the
These
world.
paintings must be several centuries
More
old.
yonic than phallic.
For once.
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep?
Both? Neither?
All of the above. What is sleep, if not the bigger little death?
The bigger.
I mean, we all know what the little death is.
Yes.
Time has weakened these structures.
Time.
Immemorial.
If I could turn.
I don't have time to search them all.
Okay, Cher.
Oh, green goo.
It's goo and it's green. Oh boy. But what is it? Is this where they source the Nickelodeon slime?
It was Cthulhu slime all along.
Oh shit.
We were like, haha, that's so funny, Nickelodeon. And they were like, what is dead may never die.
And we were like, oh, you're so quirky, Nick at Night.
Good God. What have you got me into? We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Hey. What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing down there?
Hands. What?
Oh.
Right then.
A mass grave.
It's the mystery flesh pit.
Hey, it's you.
A table for sacrifice?
The shark tail.
It was an alright movie.
Locked.
Oh.
An engraved whalebone. A strange creature has been carved into it. Probably a figure of worship.
Sure, if you say so.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
In theory, I'm not here to kink shame.
Who the fuck is this? Oh.
Some timely sensory licorice.
I do.
I gotta.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Oh, we are panicking.
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Oh, back into the shark mouth.
Is it my turn? Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions.
I had some.
I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
Good enough.
It's like in my dream.
Who said that?
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
Fascinating.
It's very quickly hard pivots into like an Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, we can't read Latin, so we can't read this. Should have fucking learned the dead language.
Yeah.
The shark juice.
Shark juice.
The Dagon.
You who sleeps, accept this dreamer under your immortal wing.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitag.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Yeloig Hupadk Cthulhu Loigna.
Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls finally intertwine.
Look at General Conference.
What was that?
I feel like I'm in General Conference.
Oh.
Just that cadence and the echo.
Let your dreamers open the way, so
That-
that the day
that one.
finally comes when you will awake.
La Cthulhu Nafal Fatagan.
Locked.
Hey, do you guys know the way out of here?
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
Stelbisna Cthulhu Kashok.
Fascinating.
Bring me more sacred flesh.
Sacred flesh. Nuh-uh.
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that? Again, this primitive writing.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
He actively ignored you.
I love the idea that I'm like sneaking around and the cultists just know I'm here and don't care.
Exactly.
It's just like, yeah, well, we're busy. We'll get to you in a minute. Okay, well, bye, you guys. Oh, I'm looking real clean for,
Having just gone through all that.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move!
Oh boy.
I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it! Charles, you shouldn't have seen this. Ah!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
They're caving in. I need to get out of here.
I'm running. Oh,
I like that
boy.
Charles would literally rather, like, crumple his whole temple, presumably killing all of his fellow cultists, rather than allowing you to escape.
Oh, did I not make it? Oh no, I guess I did.
My leg!
I can't see my legs, so it must be fine.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Blood.
Cultists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More cultist.
Honey, are you running an Elder God death cult? No. Yes.
At last.
Oh.
That was a trick. They looked into his deadlights.
That was a mistake, truly. I don't know about you. I'm starting to fade, so this might be a good spot to call it.
Yeah. We'll wait for it to load.
Indubitably. Well, thanks for having me, boss.
Yes. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the Call of the Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'm glad the Elgato is holding up.
Yeah, I don't think it stopped the whole time, so it seems like it is fixed.
I mean, yeah, your stream to me was consistent, so
Alright, well, it's taking a long time to load, so I hope you all enjoyed Call of Cthulhu. That's gonna be it for tonight.
Ooh, good stuff.